Good morning, or good evening, or good night, whatever time of day you're looking at this. I hope you're all managing well with the Covid-19 and it hasn't affected any of your families in any way. Thought I'd just talk through a little bit about business plans with you, because you have to do them as your assessment. Basically, the thing to think about with a business plan, there's a template on Moodle. That's the kind of nuts and bolts. But basically, a business plan is a bit different from any other report you've written in that the business plan is all about trying to sell the idea. Obviously don't overdo that. You don't have to sound like some sort of a crazy entrant on Dragon's Den or something, but rather instead of writing an academic essay in the usual way, where you're kind of slowly putting together an argument, with a business plan, the argument is clear and you're coming from one side, which is that this is a good idea and that this will work. The critical side of it comes in, or your ability to show critical analysis comes in, where you create contingencies, where you talk about how you might deal with something not going quite according to plan, as opposed to showing both sides of the argument. So with a business plan, what I'm looking for is kind of zing and excitement. Again, a little bit different than normal academic writing style. Just be confident that what you're doing is a good idea, because when you're running a business, you have to be the champion of that business. It isn't a case of someone else encouraging you or coaching you in that way. When you are facing the public, you have to be the champion of that business. These have to be the best quality, the best value. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that you have to be cheap. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that you have to make something that is of a ridiculously fine value. There's a reason why we drive Citroen C1s like I do, and Rolls Royces as other people do, possibly yourselves, because there's a whole market. But the Citroen C1 knows that it's brilliant at what it does, and the Rolls Royce knows that it's brilliant at what it does. And when you read their literature, they don't apologise for not being a Rolls Royce, and the Rolls Royce doesn't apologise for having bad miles per gallon in comparison to a Citroen C1. That's what you need to do in business. So each time you write one of those sections, just think about what it is about this section you're looking at, whether it's marketing or operations or your product. Just think about what it is about your business that makes it work, that makes it a little bit different from the competitors, and that makes it worth my while as an investor thinking about putting some money with you. So basically, overall tip is just to think about it as if you are trying to persuade me to give you some of my hard-earned money with the promise that you're going to give it back to me later with a little bit of profit. So if you come at it like that, okay, you're not trying to set forward a balanced argument. You're not trying to set forward, this is probably a good idea. This is a good idea. And believe me, I've met you all, and you're all really capable people. And I'm sure that whatever you come up with will be a good idea. Just have a bit of faith in it, push it forwards. So, as I said, I'll expect some references in it. This is the weird bit. You wouldn't normally get that many references in the business plan. The references bits I'll be looking for would come around background data about the size of the market, issues like that. And if you've got any problems with that, just email me and we'll chat about how you might be able to get some of those data. There might also be the odd reference in there to some bits of theory, but really please try not to explain theory to me. Okay, remember I'm supposed to be an investor. I know all about what Porter's five forces or any of those sorts of things. I don't need them explained to me. I just need you to apply them. And so I'll know that you understand them by the way you apply them. We'll get a couple of references in it, possibly a little bit more than you would normally do in a business plan for a bank, but at the same time, not like you would from one of your academic essays. I think finally, really, the thing is to be conservative with a small c and kind of realistic. It doesn't have to change the world, and it doesn't have to be turning over millions of pounds in the first year. You've seen a lot of stuff with Covid-19 at the moment, talking about how small businesses, are struggling. And they're in the news a lot, so keep an eye on that, and you'll see some of the pressures small businesses are under. And just try to think about how your business would be resistant to those, maybe. And of course, it's perfectly sensible to say that you don't plan to start the business until the pandemic has passed. That's a perfectly rational thing to do. Ultimately, though, just like ever, you get any problems, just email me, and I will try and answer them. And obviously, questions about individual sections. Best to be specific. The more specific you are, more chance I've got of answering it. or if you send me something to have a look at. Again, if it's contained within email, it's faster for me to answer. The problem I get is, just like yourselves, is access to PCs. I've had to borrow the kids' Kindle thingamajiggy to record this on, to try to laboriously upload it to my laptop even now. So, I understand where you're coming from with the IT issues, but if you contain stuff within emails, I can usually answer it on my phone, although my phone's presently packed up as well, but it'll be fixed soon, eBay. So keep in contact, and with the business plan, like I said, just be excited about it. Let that come through in your writing style, and I'm here to help. Drop us an email if you need to. Okay. Good luck, and let us know how you get on.